Hi, I'm Bill Osmolsky with the MacIver Institute, and this is your MacIver News Bulletin. Wisconsin drivers are about to get hit with all those higher fees that were in the state budget. On October 1st, title fees go up almost $100, annual registration fees go up $10, hybrid vehicles will pay an extra $75 a year, and light trucks will see increases too. That will generate almost $200 million a year more for the Department of Transportation. But of course, the DOT still wants more. Secretary Craig Thompson started talking about a gas tax hike again almost as soon as the budget was signed. Meanwhile, cost-saving reform ideas at the DOT are taking the back seat. Transportation reform has been on cruise control at the Capitol since the budget was passed in June. Since then, MacIver News reported that Secretary-designee Craig Thompson has personally approved over $320 million in single-bid projects since taking over the DOT in January. Representative Joe Sanfilippo says revelations like that will ensure transportation reform is a high priority when the legislature starts meeting again in October.
When we resume back actively after the summer break, we are going to continue to work for the rest of the reforms that we had put out earlier in the year, as well as a few others yet that I think need to be done. I mean, there's just such a host of things that we could be doing here in the state.
The DOT claims most of those proposed reforms will actually cost the state more money. Things like not expanding the scope of projects, not putting in roundabouts, or allowing road builders to find more cost-efficient ways to address stormwater runoff. The DOT says will all increase costs.
That's another game the agencies play whenever you propose something that they don't want to do, is they come up with, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, and always more positions. I don't care what you propose, they need 20 more people to run that program. Whereas those of us in the private sector, if our boss comes to us and say, hey, we got this extra little project that has to be done, we don't have the luxury to tell them, well, you got to hire 10 more people to get that done. We just figure out how to do it. These agencies, they never do that. Yeah. But that's just a joke, and it's a game, and in the end, it's up to us as the legislature to see through all of that and pass the bills anyway. If you have a legitimate fiscal note, then you find a way to work with it. I mean, you can tell, as a legislator, we can tell when an agency is working with you to try to handle some serious issues, or whether they're just being thrown a bunch of BS out there because they have no intention of doing what you want to do.
The MacIver News Service specializes in reporting on topics that affect individual freedom and the market-driven economy in Wisconsin and beyond. Be sure to visit MacIverInstitute.com for regular reports, and check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. For the MacIver Institute, I'm Bill Osmolsky, and this has been your MacIver News Bulletin.